Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Wisp Pendant. This is going to be the 13-16-20. There's also a beautiful version of this as a semi-flush. That's the 12-16-20. Check that out too. A lot of details to cover, so let's jump in. Let's talk about the size of the fixture itself, and that's going to be independent of what it's hanging from, which are going to be these rods I'll get into in just a little bit. It's going to come in just about 24 inches high, 23.4. That's the distance from the top of the fixture body, and that includes the bottom of the fixture, which is going to be bottom of the glass and that decoration. So just about 24. The diameter of this is coming in at 24.8, and that's going to be the distance from these little points, these 3 points, and then the glass on the inside of this, that is 18.63 in diameter and then 4.28 inches tall. Super easy to clean. You really just kind of take an old t-shirt and just kind of go above it and wipe out the dust if there is any dust. And same thing if you're using one of those Swiffers, you can do the same thing. Or if you have a vacuum cleaner with an attachment that kind of goes over it, you can do exactly the same thing with that. Super easy to clean. Let's talk about canopy on the ceiling. It's coming in at 6.5 inches. Goes over your 4-inch junction box without a problem. And this is only probably about, this is coming in even less than an inch. So there you go. This is modern brass. So if you guys have a question about what I have as far as the finish goes for my sample, it is modern brass 86, and it's really beautiful. It's a soft color. Okay, moving from there, why don't we get into how Hubbardton Forge is going to give you your overall height. So overall height is going to be adjustable based on using different combinations of these threaded rods. You're going to get 2 of the 12-inch, you're going to get 1 of the 6-inch and 1 of the 3-inch. So here are all the rods that are going to come with this. And you'll use them in different combinations to get the length that you desire for your needs. You can get anywhere from, let's see, 29.6 at its shortest up to 59.6 at its longest. If you need this to be longer than 59.6, drop me a quick email and say, I'm looking at the 13, 16, 20, and I need it to be X. And make sure you tell me what that X is. So it could be like 96 or 104 or something like that. I'm going to take your email, I'm going to send it through Hubbardton Forge's customs department, where it's going to come back here and they'll let us know what we can do. A little more time, a little more money, but we do customs like that every day. No big deal. Okay, so when you're putting the pieces together, you're going to notice you're going to have these connector pieces that are threaded on both ends. Pipes have threading in both ends. They easily just screw together. Okay. And before you even get to the glass part, I would probably lay this is the part that has the sockets, we'll get into this in a second, on one end of your towels. And then I'm going to be fishing these wires through these little parts one by one. And then I'm going to screw them together once they're all together. Once I have the wire through the whole thing. So once the wire's through, you're just going to kind of do this. And let me get it in there. And look at that. Goes together beautifully, barely even a seam, so it's a nice clean look. So there you go with that. Okay, let's talk about what's going on inside of this as far as bulbs go, because that's going to be another thing that you'll really want to know. It's going to be using porcelain sockets from Hubbardton Forge, which is just like this guy. Medium base is the larger size we all grew up with. You're going to be using what are called A15 bulbs. And an A15 bulb is a slightly smaller light bulb than what a lot of people are used to. It's commonly used all over the house in different places, like in refrigerators, it's fans, fan lights up in the ceiling. It's used in garage door openers. But it's just a smaller version of a regular standard size A19 light bulb. So that's an A19, that's an A15. There you go. So as far as what you can use for this for incandescent, you're going to be limited to 360 watts. These generally only come in 60 watt bulbs, but you've got 3 of these. That's 180 watts of light. You can put it on a dimmer without any problem. If you want to go LED, great thing. This is an LED version. It's a phosphorus one. It has those little orange sticks inside of phosphorus. When I talk about the color of light, and I do it in every video, when you're out looking for these things, and you can get these at any hardware store, Home Depot, Ace Hardware, Amazon.com, any of those places, possibly even like a CVS drugstore or your local grocery store might even have these. A couple things. So you'll notice that at least online and places that offer a big range of these, they're going to give you a range anywhere from 2700 Kelvin, and that's going to be super yellow light, all the way to like 6,000 Kelvin, which is a blue-white light. So we'll talk about that right now. So the 2700 Kelvin, that like is like a setting sun or like an incandescent bulb you dim down. So that's going to be like on the super yellow side. Way on the other side of that is what's called daylight. And daylight is a little misleading. People think that daylight is going to be a warm light like a setting sun. It's not. It is a blue, cold light like a hospital waiting room. That's going to be 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 on that Kelvin scale. When you're looking for a nice, warm, white light, and the norm in the LED world for that, which is kind of like an incandescent light, is going to be this. This is 3,000 Kelvin. It's right in the middle. And that's kind of the industry norm now for a nice, warm, incandescent type of light. You can't even tell that these are LEDs when you come in our showroom. And it's a dimmable fixture, and these are dimmable bulbs. And I use these all over the place. So my choice for this is going to be 3 of these A15s, and probably this clear with the phosphorus inside. And make sure it's, well, you don't have to make sure it's dimmable. If you want to dim it, make sure the bulbs are dimmable, obviously. Make sure you tell your installer you're using LEDs that are dimmable. They're going to want to know that. And then, like I said, the 3,000 Kelvin is going to be the very important thing when you're looking at the bulbs. So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's opal glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with. And they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the ends. You can see them on these 2 pieces. And it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft glowing piece. Really, really pretty. You know, they're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't. I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you're on our website, HandmadeInVermont.com, do me a favor, look over on the left-hand side of the screen. You're going to see a lot of red tabs over there. One is going to be the Finishes Help Guide. When you're done with this video, go over there and open that up for me, and you're going to see a video at the top of that page of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a color chart just below the video, so scroll down a little bit, you'll see that chart. You'll notice there are pictures that have the letter A on them, pictures that have the letter B on them, and I'm going to be talking about that range you can see in variance on there in that video. So it's really important to watch the video, use that chart. When you're done with all that, come back down to that chart. You can click on any of those pictures and see a lot more samples of Hubbardton Forge fixtures in that finish. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in dark smoke, click on dark smoke. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in vintage platinum, do the same, and so on and so on and so on. That's a great way for you to see a lot of Hubbardton Forge stuff in different finishes and really take advantage of that, okay? So our showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On display page on our website. It's going to be back in the red tabs over there. A lot of good things in that section. Check out. So when you open that up, you'll see it's all divided up into different sections like dining pendants and outdoor lighting. We're always adding to that. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. They don't even have a showroom like this. Nobody does. And they use this as their showroom when you guys come to Vermont to visit us. So lots and lots to see here. You can see all the different glass, all the different finishes, all the different fabrics, all of those things. In addition to that, we have a clearance center. So the clearance center stuff are returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. That's an amazing deal for you. If you guys want to take advantage of that, you have to come here to Vermont to see us. And when you do me a favor, measure all the kind of things about your project and what you guys are doing. So the most important thing is measure your ceiling heights to begin with. Measure distances between junction boxes and like windows and ceilings and those kind of things. So if you're looking at sconces on the wall, you can see if they're going to fit for you. If you're doing pendants over a kitchen island, measure the distances between those junction boxes. Widths of tables, kitchen tables, dining tables, lengths of tables, islands, all that good stuff. And also do a couple more things. If you guys have some tablets or iPads lying around, take pictures of all these things. Take pictures of the kitchen, take pictures of the projects you're doing. Bring that in so we can kind of go through those pictures together and we'll be able to see what you guys are up to, okay? And also the boxes and clearance stuff, for clearance stuff, are basically packed for shipping. Don't forget, these were supposedly shipped out. So the boxes tend to be on the bigger side, so bring a decent size SUV if you want to take stuff home. It's a really good opportunity for you. When you buy your Hubbardton forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer that offers 90-day returns and no restocking fees. That's 3 months after you receive something to send it back, and there's no restocking fee on that. Some larger items and custom things, and it's usually going to be big things on pallets, are going to be non-returnable. It'll always tell you on the page for an item if that is the case, so always keep an eye out for that. And we also offer a rush program. So to get all these different metal finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. They generally take about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it's really, really inexpensive. If you want to know more about that, just drop me a quick email and I can clue you in on details, okay? So our showroom in Vermont is open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to drop a quick email, you can do that all the time. And that's going to be at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. Or you can call me during business hours, 802-446-2400. So thank you for stopping in today, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.